What is going on, Cardano community? Welcome back to the official Dapp Central YouTube channel. I'm your host here, Fareed, and as a part of today's video, I just want to give you guys a January update as to what the Indigo protocol has been doing within the Cardano ecosystem. Now, before I jump into today's content, I do want to say if you guys are looking to support myself in the content creation journey, then definitely consider staking with the official Dapp Central stake pool, which will be stake pool ticker DAPP. Over the course of the next 2 or 3 months, I'll be giving away the Meld and Genius Shield tokens to all the delegators that delegate to the stake pool, again as a thank you for your support along the way. Jumping straight into today's content, let's talk about what the Indigo team has been doing as well as some of the recent stats for the month of January. Now, if it's your first time hearing about Indigo, they're going to be a DeFi lending and borrowing platform focusing specifically on synthetic assets. Since the launch of this particular platform, we've seen the likes of iBTC, iETH, and iUSD, which are all synthetic representations of those respective tokens. If you guys want to get access to this platform, and if you guys want to actually mint some of these tokens, then you can do so by heading over to app.indigoprotocol.io. Moving right along, the first update that I want to share with you guys is the fact that iETH is now live on Indigo. Now, this did occur in early January, and this was actually done through their on-chain governance portal, which they've really been using over the course of the last month or so. And they've actually, I think, got additional proposals that were already passed, which I'll be highlighting here in just a minute. On top of that, we also have a partnership between Indigo and the DeFi Yield project. If you guys don't know about DeFi Yield, they're going to be a platform working across multiple blockchains that was actually present at Rare Bloom, which took place in Denver in last year. Now, their goal is to provide a dashboard which will allow for you to connect to different protocols on multiple blockchains. So Cardano is just one of those blockchains, and we also see now a partnership between the DeFi Yield platform and the Indigo platform. So if you guys are yield farming, or if you have a collateralized debt position open right now on the Indigo protocol, you can go ahead and connect your wallet from Cardano directly on the DeFi Yield platform. And then from there, you can go ahead and actually manage all of your assets in one single spot. Now, you don't have to stop there. You can also go ahead and connect and use all of the other protocols, or if you have any other positions, for example, in like Meld, you can also go ahead and manage all of that at the one-stop shop, which will be the DeFi Yield platform. So go ahead and make sure to check them out. I'll probably release an additional separate video highlighting how the actual DeFi Yield platform works, but it's relatively simple. Again, it's a dashboard management platform that allows you to verify and manage your assets with the simple few clicks. Moving right along, as a part of my last video, I highlighted the fact that liquid staking is now available on the actual Indigo platform. So if you guys are looking to take out a collateralized debt position, you no longer have to worry about that ADA sitting still. You will now be able to earn liquid stake rewards by providing collateral. So you will now actually be able to stake that, or the Indigo protocol will stake that, depending on whatever stake pool you choose. And then as soon as your rewards come in, those will actually be given to you instead of being kept by the protocol. So this gives you an additional yield stream when actually opening a collateralized debt position, therefore incentivizing people to continue using this platform moving forward. Now, I personally have not taken advantage of this feature just yet. If you have, let me know what you guys think of it down below, but I did have a fully dedicated video highlighting the entire article that was released by the Indigo team about the liquid staking feature. So if you guys want to find out more about how this actually works, how they're able to do this using the Cardano payment addresses as well as staking addresses, then make sure to check out my latest video. Now, moving along to the actual meat of today's content, I want to highlight the actual update between January 1st and January 31st. And again, the iETH token started trading on January 6th. So having said that, we're going to just do a brief update here. We're going to touch on some of the bigger numbers here. And I've also got these stats pulled up from the prior month, which was the month of December of 2022, which I'll also be using to compare and give you guys an idea as to some of the progress that this project has been making. So first things first, we have the total value locked. So if we look over here at the top left-hand corner, we can see that the TVL for the Indigo protocol currently sits at $14.37 million USD. Now, over the course of this last month, this value has gone up 70%. And if we compare this to what it was in the prior month, which again was December of 2022, this value was at $7.88 million US dollars. So almost a 2x in one single month. Now, when we break this down a little bit further to take a look at what assets are actually used the most of the time on this platform, we can see that iUSD has the biggest amount of TVL, in which we have more than 10.5 million US dollars currently locked into that asset, followed by iBTC with almost $3 million locked. And then we have iETH, which is the newest iAsset on the market, with almost $1 million locked in USD. Now, I do think that the iETH value will continue to rise, given that it was the last one to kind of get on the market. But it does make sense to me here that we are seeing iUSD with the biggest TVL, given that it's probably used the most, again, given that it's a synthetic representation of a single US dollar. So we have a synthetic stable coin now, which is iUSD. And then if you guys are not aware, we also have JED, which just launched, which is also a algorithmically or over collateralized stable coin on Cardano. Now, scrolling down here just a little bit, when we look at the iAsset market cap, again, we have a 6.38 million total market cap. And then when we look at what that number was last month, that was at 3.94 million USD. So we have a 48% increase. And again, we have iUSD leading the way, followed by iBTC. And then in closing, we have iETH. When we're looking at the total number of collateralized debt positions, we have a slight increase of 7%. And last month, in the month of December, that value, or this number, was sitting at 780 total CDPs. And right now, that's sitting at 935 CDPs. Again, we see the majority of the action currently sitting with the iUSD collateralized debt positions, followed by iBTC, and then again followed by iETH. So hopefully you guys are starting to see this trend here. It does look like iUSD kind of has the majority of the attention right now on the Indigo platform, followed by iBTC, and again iETH, given that it's trying to catch up to the last 2 months of action that the other two iAssets have gotten that it did not actually get. Now, moving over into the middle column here, we have the Indy circulating supply. Now, this is going to be as of epoch number 391. So right now we have a total of over 3 million Indy tokens in circulation. As a part of the prior update, which was again through the month of December, we had a total of 2.46 million Indy tokens on the ecosystem. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be a total of 35 million of the Indy tokens in total, right? And that's going to be a hard cap number. So we're just at about 10% of the actual total supply floating around right now on the market. Scrolling down, we have the Indy stakers, and in January, we have an average of 845. Now, as a part of the last 2 months before the new year, which was November and December of 2022, in November, we had a total of 409 Indy stakers, and then we saw a sharp increase over into 5,267 of them staking as a part of December. So we have a much bigger drop off here. But again, I think that that was due to, or at least the initial action in December was due to the fact that this protocol was relatively new. And since then, I think a lot of the hype has kind of cooled off a little bit. But 845 Indy stakers as an average is still a relatively high number. Moving down in just a little bit, we're looking at the governance participation since the launch. So it says here the number of Indy votes is now currently at 1.44 million, with the total number of proposals sitting at 11. If you guys are not aware, right now you can actually go ahead and put up a proposal. You do have to lock up just a little bit of Indy, but once you create a proposal, the community can then vote using the Indy token. So that's going to be one of the benefits of the actual token itself, is that it's going to be a governance token, providing you guys with access to actually vote on the platform. Now, as a part of the last update, we only had a total of 940,000 votes with a total of 9 proposals. So again, the votes here, doing about a, let's see, 600 or so thousand, or about 500 or so thousand vote increase. And then we've got an additional 2 proposals coming online since that last update. Now, moving over into the top right hand corner before we wrap up today's video, in terms of the average iUSD stability pool APR, again, keep in mind that this is broken down over a yearly time span. We have a percentage return of 88%. Now, this is going to be down quite dramatically from 138% as a part of our last update. And then we're looking at the iBTC stability pool APR. That is also going to be down quite dramatically to 109% from about 653% as a part of the last update. Now, last month, we did not have the average iETH stability pool APR, given that the token had just been minted. So now we have a 82% return here. Again, keep in mind that this is an APR, which will be broken down per year. And then when it comes to the average Indie staking APR, that's currently sitting at about 25%, which is also down relatively largely compared to last month, which that percent was at 46%. So that is going to do it. Let me get myself here out of the way so you guys can see all of these one last time. Again, a lot of really good progress from the Indigo protocol, in which I just wanted to highlight that. So in recapping here, we have the release of iETH as a part of the month of January, a recent partnership with the DeFi Yield project. We've also got the increase of the minimum collateral ratio for iUSD, which was bumped up from 110% to 120% for the iUSD token. So hopefully you guys found this update to be helpful. I know I kind of sped through that very quickly, but I just wanted to give you guys a brief update on what the Indigo protocol has been doing. And again, I have not had the pleasure of taking advantage of all of these different collateralized debt positions, as well as all these different iAssets. But if you have, then definitely let me know what that experience has been like for you down in the comment section below. Now, if you guys found this video to be helpful, I would really appreciate it if you guys could tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by on this channel, consider subscribing. And then if you guys have any questions about the Indigo protocol or just general questions about Cardano for me, then make sure to leave those comments down in the comment section below. Having said that, you guys have a wonderful day or evening, depending on where you're watching this from. I will see you guys in the next video.